Okay, so today we're doing 4.3, and it's the only day we're doing 4.3. Usually we do like 4.3 for a whole week, but I thought it was pretty easy, so we're doing it today, hoy. And then Wednesday we're going to do 4.4, all in one day. Friday I'm giving you off. Dead day is what it's called in my old university. It's like a day to study for like my class, all your classes, whatever classes you need to study for. So Friday you will be free. Free like little birds. Our final is Wednesday, 10:30 to 12:30. It's going to be on honor lock, but only for those 2 hours.
So we have to take the exam online in those 2 hours.
Yep.
What time does it start?
The final is 10:30 to 12:30.
Yeah, what if we have work?
There's no way you can have work on a final. Like, if I make the final paper, you have to be here sitting here. Do you want me to make it paper? Dun, dun, dun.
I'll probably miss an accident.
I can print it out if that makes you happier. We shouldn't have work during finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take off.
They don't give you off for like finals and stuff at your.
They don't care. They don't care. Absolutely not.
Okay, that is insane.
It was really funny. A couple weeks ago, they were like, "Hey, you want to pick up extra hours on like the second week of May?" And I was like, "That's finals." We're not working. Target. So 1 more hours? Sure. I'm out. You should. You had like 9 people put up there. So.
Okay.
You're gonna be in the front end.
You guys know what mucho means. You know what a veces means. Hola. Hello. Do you know what a veces means?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, and then nunca?
Never.
Never. Okay. So, en mi casa servimos café mucho, a veces o nunca.
Nunca.
Mucho says one person and nunca says another person. I say nunca. En mi casa servimos limonada.
A veces.
Sí, para mí también a veces. Servimos cerveza. Mucho. Para mí a veces. Jugo. Some people said nunca. Té. Mucho para mí. Me gusta el té mucho. Té dulce. Sweetie.
Oh, take mine off the other one. Put it on that.
Okay. Me too, actually. So we'll say that we don't drink regular tea, and we do drink sweet tea. Okay, vino. ¿Servimos vino? Nunca. A veces para mí. Y soda. Nunca, Heather. What are you drinking now? Café. Okay. Leche. Para mí, mucho, porque de mis hijos. A veces, dice Wanderson. Y agua. Mucho. Para mí, a veces. Prefiero té. Té es agua con un poco de té. Ok, ¿cuál es tu bebida favorita? Mi bebida favorita es Dr. Pepper. Heather, ¿cuál es tu bebida favorita? Café. Wanderson? También café. ¿Con leche o no con leche? Con leche. Chris?
Té dulce.
Té dulce. ¿Y Gavin? Sí, té dulce. Okay, muy bien. All right, we did decir, to say or to tell on last Friday. Yo digo. Look at Chris remembering.
No.
Okay. You should have just gone with it. Otras personas dicen, oh, told you the word, I'm sorry. Yo digo hello. Otras personas dicen hi en inglés también. En general, los hispanohablantes blank hola. Dicen. Because they say hi. They say. Los hispanohablantes blank papá for dad, daddy, etc. Dicen. Spanish speakers say papá for dad and daddy, etc. Okay. La hija de Gianna blank abue para su abuela. Dice, muy bien. La hija de Gianna dice abue. Abue is like saying grandma instead of grandmother. You shorten it. Okay, we have not learned this yet. So work at home. The first one, quien lo hace, means who does it. Okay, let's write these down. Okay, I'll go back up. Okay, there we go. Here we go. While you guys are doing that, I'll take attendance. I'm going to go down to 1. Okay. Down 2 more. Ready? See? Okay. So remember when we pronounce these that the V sound usually makes a B sound in Spanish? I've heard some Spaniards, though, that don't do it. They go ahead and make it sound like a V. That's okay, too. But in Mexican Spanish, it's definitely always a B. So just notice when we're saying those that I'm saying a B there. Okay, so repítenme. Lavar la ropa. But I still hear B's. Lavar los platos. Limpiar la casa. And then later on, you'll see this word, and it's just limpia. And so instead of too clean, it means that something is clean. Like as in not dirty. Okay, preparar el almuerzo. Preparar la cena. Preparar el desayuno. Almost. Servir el desayuno. Okay. So we're going to say who in your family does each of these, assuming like that you're not living at college, assuming like you're living at home with your parents. So, lavar la ropa, ¿quién lo hace? ¿Yo, mi mamá, mi papá o mis hermanos?
I mean, technically I am the mom.
True.
So you could just put me mama.
You do everything at your house? I guess that's actually it. So I'm going to add my children because we both have kids and I'm sure your kids do some stuff, right? Mine too. Okay, so lavar la ropa. Para mí es yo. Para Heather es yo. Will understand? Okay. Para ustedes. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's a story there that I want to hear later. Okay, lavar los platos. Yo. Para mí es mi papá.
I always forget how to say
Hijos. Muy bien. Limpiar la casa. Yo. Preparar el almuerzo. Yo.
Yo.
Mi mamá. Yo. Gavin, you're very lucky with your mom. Remember that Mother's Day is coming up. So do something awesome. Okay, preparar la cena. Does your dad not help? No. Okay, preparar el desayuno. Yo. Mamá. Okay. Y servir el desayuno. Yo. Y mi mamá. Just mi mamá. Okay. Looks like moms have the brunt of the work here. And here it is 2021 and look how far we have not come. Okay. More stem changing verbs. Más de stem changing verbs. So we've got querer, which means to want. So what's going to happen is this E here that I just put in bold and underlined and made red is going to change in that same boot that we talked about. So not the nosotros form and not the vosotros form, but all the other forms, that E is going to change to an IE. So you want is quieres. He, she, usted wants is quiere. We want is queremos. Y'all in Spain want is queráis. And they want is quieren. Ahora yo quiero una soda. So all the ones in blue should have an IE. Got it? Heather's still writing, sorry. Okay. So asking questions about what we want. So número uno. ¿Quieren comer en un restaurante? Understand what that means? Okay. ¿A dónde quieren ustedes ir? Do you remember a dónde?
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, where do you want to go to? ¿Quieren ver la universidad? What's that mean? Do you want to see the university? ¿Quieren ir a nadar? You want to go swimming? And ¿quieren ir al cine? Do you want to go to the movie theater? Okay, so let's match these now. Okay, so número uno. ¿Quieren comer en un restaurante? Let's see here. I made this, but I don't remember it. I made it a long time ago. Oh, okay. Hambre and se. Hambre means hunger. So no tenemos hambre. No, we're not hungry. Dos, ¿a dónde quieren ustedes ir? A, queremos ir al parque, no al trabajo. Tres, ¿quieren ver la universidad? A, B, C, D, E. Sí, queremos ver dónde estudias, amigo. Cuatro, ¿quieren ir a nadar? B, sí, vamos a la playa. Y cinco, ¿quieren ir al cine? D, sí, queremos ver una película de horror. Questions about words there that you didn't know? Other than hambre? Once I realized that, yeah, we hadn't learned hambre yet, it would be really hard to answer that question. Vamos, where's vamos? Yes, it's vamos with an upside down question mark. Or upside down exclamation mark. Sorry. So, yeah, does that make that easier? So, yes, let's go to the beach, is what it's saying. But it does look like vamos. I hadn't thought about that. You were like, why is she not pronouncing that I? No, it's vamos, like let's go. It's just an upside down exclamation mark.
So you can do that inside, like so
inside sentences. Yes. Yep, you can do it like with full clauses inside sentences. Okay. And you can do that with question marks too. Like if I was like all in one sentence, Heather, hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Only the how are you would get those question marks because it's the only part of the actual statement that was a question. Okay, how do we say, I want to sleep? This is a good one to know. So we want I want and then the verb to sleep. Muy bien. And we're going to say it with emotion. Quiero dormir. Yeah, that's a very useful one. Tomorrow, we want to play soccer. You guys remember tomorrow? Uh-huh. Boy is today. Mañana. Okay, what's we want? Queremos jugar fútbol. El fútbol. Muy bien. Okay. So, there are other verbs that follow this exact same pattern, E to IE in the boot. These verbs are querer, to want, empezar, to start or begin, pensar, to think or to plan, comenzar is also to start or begin, and tener is to have. Some of these have more than one E. So I'll mark which one is the one that changes for you. With pensar, like to plan, it's like, what are you planning on doing? Like, are you planning on majoring in biology? No, I'm planning on majoring in music. It's like ideas you have for your future. Okay, let's do empezar. All right, tell me what you think it'll be. Next one. Muy bien. Muy bien. Now this one's not going to change. It's a normal one. Empezamos. Empezáis. And then this last one will be empiezan. Empieza. So empiezo, empiezas, empieza. Empezamos, empezáis. Spelled that wrong. And empiezan. There we go. That's right. Sorry. Lo siento. Okay, pensar. We're going to do this one. We're not going to do all of them. I figure once you have the pattern for one of them, you've got the pattern for all of them. Okay, so to think or to plan, like to plan on doing something, and it's going to be this E here that's changing. Okay, so my first one, I think, is going to be pienso. Next one, piensas. And the next one, piensa. Good job. These won't change, so muy bien. And then the last one, muy bien. Pienso, piensas, piensa, pensamos. Why did I start making those Z's? Because of empezar. Pensamos, pensáis, piensan. Okay, our class begins at 11. So we're going to start making more complex sentences. Remember how to say our? Nope, no says Portuguese. Anybody? You guys remember? No? Okay. Nuestra. Okay, what's the rest of it? We just did begins. Excelente. Nuestra clase empieza a las 11. Are you planning on going to the library, or are you thinking about going to the library? Same thing. And then what's to go? Ir. So piensas ir, and then to the library. Muy bien. ¿Piensas ir a la biblioteca? Do you think Dr. Jorge is a good teacher? So again, we're using think or plan. So piensas again. So do you think Dr. Jorge, and then how do we say is a good teacher? Muy Un profesor. Or either one. I heard people say both, and they're both right. Okay. Are we almost done? There's 3 families of verbs with vowel changes. O goes to what? UE. E goes to, we've learned 2. IE we just learned, and what's the one we did last week? Just an I. Yeah. Jugar is technically part of these verbs here because it used to be jogar, but it changed to jugar, but it still follows that same pattern. U to UE, O to UE, same thing. And they always do it in this shape that I have here colored in. Doesn't matter if you're talking about the O to the UE, the E to the IE, or the E to the I, they always follow this shape, which some people call a boot verb because it kind of looks like a boot. Okay. Write this down. Here's our verbs that we know that follow these patterns so far. Any of them that you don't remember what they mean? Awesome. Soñar, to dream. It's actually related to insomnia. The S-O-M is the S-O-N-Y. Insomnia, insomnia, they sound the same. Okay, are we good there? Can I move on? Heather, you good?
Yep.
Okay. So, a los blank años quieres tener hijos? So I'm asking you what? Yes, so at what age or how many years do you want to do what? Have kids. Okay, so I'll start. Para mí, 30 años. Heather? 20. Joven. Wanderson? 40.
No.
No?
No, I want kids. I don't know how old though.
Okay. Gavin, you have an idea of how old you want to be? What's your goal age? 24. Okay. A los blank años empiezas a pensar que tus padres no son perfectos. So, what age, and then what's it asking us? What's empiezas? Yeah, you begin to think that your parents are not perfect. So about más o menos what age do you think that happens to people?
12, 13.
Okay, so en español, 12 o 13 años. Okay.
Go back on that.
A los blank años empiezas a vivir fuera, which means outside, de la casa de tus padres. So it's asking us what?
What age do you begin to live outside?
Correct. Más o menos. En español, ¿a qué edad? En
Well, you
español.
live outside Franklin,
20. How do we say 18? In this culture, it's 18. 18. Muy bien. A los blank años empiezas a salir con chicos o chicas. So this one, you start to go on dates with boys or girls. Más o menos 15. ¿Está bien 15?
16.
15 o 16. Sí. Y a los blank años piensas que eres más inteligente que tus padres. At what age do you think you're smarter than your parents? Well, Henderson says not yet.
My daughter's 12.
So she's 12 and she definitely is ready. Like she thinks she knows everything. Okay, we'll put 12. Boys, you can agree with 12?
My parents stopped helping me with homework in middle school.
So wait, if you had a question, they were like, no, and they refused to answer your question?
It's not they refused. That was like, let's ask Google.
Okay.
I was like, nice.
I could ask Google myself. Yeah.
Not mad.
I don't kind of know the answer. I just want you to work hard to find other you do there.
Okay. All right. Uno. Si empezamos a limpiar. So if we begin to clean. Sí. It's A. If we start to clean, we can have a really clean house. Dos. Si quieres buenas notas en la escuela. So if you want good notes in school, and that's what the British say, we call notes grades. B. Tienes que estudiar. Si piensas comprar un auto, yeah, if you want to buy a car. Sí, es la verdad. Si tienes sed, sed is thirsty. Pides una limonada o una leche. Y si quieres ir al cine con tus amigos, what do we have left? C. Tienes que comprar un boleto. You have to buy a ticket. Any words there you didn't know? You good?
No, those are very weird options. Either lemonade or milk.
Not like agua, which would be your classic go-to drink if you're thirsty, I guess. Okay. Last thing, we're going to review tener, which is the verb that means to have. Muy bien. Okay, so we knew that verb already. Now what we're going to do is something called tener plus que plus infinitive. If you're good at equations, this is going to be up your alley. Math people like this stuff. Because essentially what you're doing is an equation. So, ¿qué tienes que hacer? What do you have to do? Okay, so he's already got it. Yo tengo. And then we use the que all the time. It doesn't change. And then what's the infinitive verb for to study? Estudiar.
What?
Because you already said I have. You don't want to say I have, I study. You want to say I have to study. That's why we keep estudiar the way it is. Okay, you have to clean. We always keep the K. Limpiar. We have to start our class. Tenemos que. We need to start. Heather's saying it, empezar, and then Chris said it, nuestra clase. Y'all have to go. My dad has to go to Canada. Tiene. And then K. Ir. Canada. Muy bien. I have to think 1 minute. Tengo. Que. Pensar. And then, how do you say 1 minute? 1 minute. Un minuto. So you've got this, essentially this equation. Tener que plus infinitive. You're always going to put your form of tener that goes with whoever you're talking about. Then you always put que. Then you always put the verb, and you never conjugate it. And then, if there's more to your sentence, you just add it to the end. But all of these sentences have this essentially the same equation, tener plus que plus infinitive, inside them. Okay, so I just have a couple questions that practice using this, and then we're done. Okay, ¿quieres tener hijos? You want to have kids. Heather and I have already proved that that answer is C, so how about you guys? No, it's not. Okay, so sí quiero tener hijos. ¿Quieres estar casado o casada? Again, Heather and I are already married, so do you guys want to get married? I guess so, he says. Sí, I want to be married would be what? ¿Quieres vivir en Joplin? No, no quiero vivir en Joplin. Okay. ¿Quieres vivir en los EEUU?
Sí.
Sí. Quiero vivir en los EEUU. Y finalmente, ¿piensas viajar a Europa? Sí, pienso viajar a Europa. So you're planning on doing it someday. And then the last one, ¿piensas terminar, to finish, tus estudios en MSSU? I hope so, yeah. Kind of. Because you got to go on, right? Yeah. Terminar. So what am I going to do instead of tus estudios to say my studies? That's I. Mis. Me is right if it's only one, but since it's many studies, it's mis. Sí, pienso terminar mis estudios. Yes, I'm planning on finishing my studies. All right.